Hey homemakers! Welcome to another day of Nebraskan Wife. I hope this week has found you well. It has found me hotter than a Dickens. So this week I decided to challenge myself to not use my oven. Little backstory. I don't use central air in our house. We use a series of fans. I have a window AC in our bedroom. We actually keep it pretty toasty. Opposite. We keep it actually pretty nice most of the time, except for when it gets to 100 degrees, there's not much you can do to cut that 100 degrees. But this week, I wanted to challenge myself to see what I could do to make some meals that wouldn't require me turning on my oven to save on not using that thing because that lets off some serious heat. So I resorted to seeing what could I cook in my crock pot that I normally would bake in my oven. So we have a few recipes today. I think I've got a cake for you. I've got, what else did I make in my crock pot? Oh, I made pizza in my crock pot, and I also did some baked potatoes in my crock pot. So I hope you enjoy. I didn't really appear on camera this round because let me tell you, this face was not camera worthy this week with dripping sweat. It's hot. So I'm going to do a little voiceover with our videos and I will just roll you through. I hope this week finds you well. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share it on. Thanks, guys. Here is our baked potatoes. All you do is wash your potatoes and go ahead and put them in foil. You'll put them on low for 4 hours. You might have to bump them up to high that last little bit. Pierce them with your fork, check it. I only had a couple that weren't quite done. Okay, disclaimer. My kitchen is super messy in this. Just ignore that. So we're doing a little Halloween themed funfetti cake because we had it left over and we needed to use it. All I did was mix this per the directions on the box. Nothing fancy. Your typical water, oil, eggs type of thing. So I just mixed mine up. I'm going to be putting it in my crock pot. I did line my crock pot with a liner just to help with ease of use. I think my cake, I did put it on low, but my particular crock pot runs pretty hot. I think when I looked this up, it took about an hour and 20 minutes, but I did let it go just a smidge longer. Next time I may not. So once it hits the hour and 20 minutes on low, just start checking it to see for doneness. Because sometimes it may not be fully cooked, or if your crock pot does run hot, you may need to check to make sure your edges aren't browning too bad. I did have a couple edges that did get a little brown, but that's just because I forgot to check on it. So you can see kind of poking out the top there's my little liner for my crock pot. I love these things. I will never not use them because they are a godsend. I hate cleaning crock pots. I hate dealing with this ceramic insert. It is just a pain in the butt. One thing about baking in your crock pot, you want to bake, not steam. So you need to make sure that you put a tea towel over top to catch all the moisture and just put your lid on top. Don't be putting this stuff on when you are leaving the house because that is just a hazard. You need to make sure that you stay around so you can just kind of keep an eye on it just in case. So I set mine on low. I know it says 6 hours or whatever, but I only did it for an hour and 20 minutes. Here is the finished pizza from my Crockpot. This was really thick. I need to change the direction or the type of crust that I use because I was not impressed. Here is our cake, the finished cake. It looks kind of fun. You can see where it kind of bubbled up there in the middle. I will say it tasted really good. Trin wanted to frost the cake today, so she went ahead and wanted to do that. She's super silly. When it's this hot out, she likes to go outside and dump cold water on her head. So her shirt totally reflects that right there. She just had gotten done doing that. She decided that she was just only going to frost the top because her brother does not like all that frosting, which is totally fine with me because this frosting was super sweet. I am not one to normally have like the store-bought frosting. It's just not my favorite. We're not super frosting people, but this little bit didn't bother us too bad. So for the cake, obviously you put the tea towel over. For the pizza, you will put a tea towel over and just cook until it's done. The pizza, I want to say took, I think it took about a couple hours, maybe 3 hours on low. You just have to take a look. There's plenty of recipes online that will tell you that. I hope you enjoyed today. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave a comment.